All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another quick post-fight reaction, y'all. All right, y'all, I got to come back and talk about this one. I missed it last night. I came in late, as y'all know. But after the card, last night I had to go back and watch this one early morning. And wow, man, wow. This one was crazy. I mean, Ketlen Souza, she put my girl Yazmin to sleep. I mean, not just put her to sleep, she got a double whammy on her. I mean, it could have ended in a knockout, a brutal knockout from that big left hand that Ketlen Souza landed. But, I mean, she capped it off. When she dropped her and put her on her butt, she capped it off with a rear naked choke. I mean, wow, that was scary. And that's what's getting even scarier, man. Like, Yazmin, her losses are even scarier than her wins. Like, her wins aren't really anything to say, oh, this girl's going to be a danger. She's almost looking like a danger to herself right now. And I think that comes down to that defense, man, and, the chin, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But, yeah, I had to pick Yazmin in this one. I felt like she was strong enough as far as like denying takedowns from Ketlen Souza. I thought she had, the skill sets to keep this fight honest, keep it at a range, just land, a good work rate, stay on the outside and just outpoint her, kind of like she did against Sam Hughes, just use her hand speed and stay on the outside, enter combinations with good leg kicks and push kicks, and just keep rinsing and repeating, keep doing that over and over and using her strength, as a takedown defense. But at the same time, I didn't count Ketlen Souza out at all. That's why I was like, I'm going with Yazmin as a fan pick, and I am picking Yazmin. I think she has enough to do it, but I'm not counting Ketlen Souza out. I'm definitely not counting her out because, yeah, once she gets to moving and she gets to brawling and throwing shots, her shots are heavier. She's really sitting on her punches. If she can take a shot, hey, she'll take that shot to give off her shots, and they're heavy, man. I mean, there were a couple of moments in there early before, like, Yazmin got hit with the big shot where, you could see Ketlen was just throwing the bomb. She was catching her she clipped her a couple of times, I believe. She did, and there were a couple that missed. So you could already see, okay, she knew what she was going to do. And that's the thing about Yazmin. Like, Yazmin's got the hand speed and the range, to pick girls apart, but she stays in the pocket, too long for her own good. She stays in there too long for her own good. And, this being UFC Noche, I knew a part of her was going to want to stay in there and try to dazzle and get the crowd going, and that costed her. That cost her. The same way Irina Aldana, trying to just fight a war, trying to fight a war all the time or put on a war, that costs you, So Yazmin from the jump in the first round, I will say she was getting the edge. She was piling up good shots, landing on Ketlen Souza. Good effective shots, too, that probably could have did damage early on down the line. But every time she would step in, you could see Ketlen Souza catching that rhythm. She's standing there long. All right, she catch her a couple of times with good shots. I believe she caught her with the right hand, maybe like once or twice in there. I know they both caught each other with low blows. Yazmin's reaction was kind of funny, whenever she ate one of those to the groin, too. I was like, wow, they was teeing off on each other. But right after that groin kick, Yazmin, she recovers, goes right back in there, lands a good combination, but stays in too long. And then she's turning. After she just turned it over that last jab and right, man, Ketlen catches her with the perfect turnover hook. I mean, Ketlen Souza turned that thing over almost like a real boxer. The way she turned those two knuckles over, she just turned that left hook all the way over, right into the jaw of Yazmin, putting her down on her butt. I thought she was just going to ground and pound her and finish her off, but the way she rolled, she got right on her back, locked in that rear naked choke like you see here, and Yazmin was not tapping. That's why I was like, oh, man, she's going to go out. She's going out. And boom, she's out. She was out. I mean, these are some scary finishes we've been seeing as of lately, y'all. I mean, the knockouts, these submissions right now, and the way Ketlen Souza turned that punch over, she dropped her hard, but she said, I really want to put her out. And she did. I mean, she locked it in. Yazmin wasn't trying to tap. There was no way she was going to get out, so it would have been smart for her to tap. But I guess she wanted to go out like a warrior, and boom, she put her to sleep. And she was still out for a couple minutes, man. So, yeah, man, I mean, good win for Ketlen Souza. Big statement maker on a big card for her, man. I mean, she's looking like a finisher. I like what Ketlen Souza's bringing to the table as far as, the power and the submission game. Kind of reminded me of Agapova, early in her career. She'll drop you, then submit you. So, yeah, Ketlen Souza's working on, been working on some things. She's been working on it, and, she took advantage of, that leaky defense of Yazmin. And, yeah, with Yazmin, that's what I want to talk about here real quick, man. Yazmin, man, I just think, man, it might be the chin. I think it might be the chin with her. Could be, from way back, even in sparring, the chin probably was always like that. It could have been from the Denise Gomes fight or maybe some other wars like the Yazmin Lucindo fight. But I think for Yazmin, she's really got to work on defense and fighting at a disciplined pace to keep more of a range or, be more of a wrestler. It's going to be those two things, stay all the way in, take girls down and smother them, or stay all the way out and strike from the outside. But I don't think she can fight like a mid-range fight against some of these heavy-handed girls right now. Denise Gomes, Ketlen Souza, even like Bruna Brazil. If she strikes with a Bruna Brazil, those girls, they hit hard, So there's some improvements that need to be made there. She has a lot of talent, but I think as far as technique-wise, she's going to have to start protecting that chin. She's taking fight years off her life with some of these losses here, This was a hard one. So back to the drawing board for Yazmin. I can't even say what's next for right now. Just go back to the drawing board and, kind of work on her defense and things. Ketlen Souza, this is a good win for her. This is a good finish for her, So I'd like to see her get a name, somebody where people can see her, maybe fight somebody like Molly McCann, who's coming off her loss. Let her fight somebody like that. Or Jacqueline Amram at some point. Jacqueline Amram, that's a name for her. Or like the winner of Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Denise Gomes. That's going to be a banger, whoever wins that, which I think Denise Gomes might line them two up at some point. So, yeah, Ketlen Souza, she's looking like a beast right now, but we'll see what she has more to offer. As for Yazmin, I think it's important she goes back to the drawing board and really work on her defense and, her patience, just land a couple shots, go back to the outside, don't try to stay in the pocket and trade anymore. I don't think her chin's going to hold up and trade like that. I don't think it's going to hold up in exchanges like that anymore. No, not at all, y'all. But, yeah, man, Souza, slept, Jauregui, y'all. Check it out if y'all missed this one. Wow. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.